thing, but projection. He has no interest in helping anyone at all, but simply exercising his petty agendas. People like Hassan play a role in the current power structure to keep the left weak and divided is also ridiculous. When I worked on a mayoral campaign, you guys are Mamdani. When Destiny did, he got fucking humiliated. Make no mistake. When people found out that Destiny was backing a mayoral candidate in Nebraska, the dude had to literally resign in disgrace, I think, from the race. You are telling me not to disregard Hassan, while at the same time Hassan is saying I have aligned with fascists who I have constantly and always been at odds with. Sam Hyde, Fuentes, and Trump. Stop falling for this bait is so stupid. Last but not least, I obviously talked extensively about how his podcast co-host, so we can have a little bit of plausible deniability, has actively worked with the Republican administration and Republicans even before they won power to try and deplatform me. The very same Republicans that are coming after him now. Oh, this is what I was looking at, yeah. After cutting ties with controversial streamer, Gudgel staying in the mayoral race. Stephen Bonnell II, known as Destiny Online, is a controversial past, and Gudgel apologized for not doing his research. So, the notion that these fucking guys, the notion that this dude hasn't done, and this is just the tip of the iceberg for the record, in terms of him directly aligning with fascists. I mean, he openly tried to help Lauren Southern, another famous white nationalist, for those of you who don't know, who is, I guess, fallen from grace now. But he basically was helping her change her commentary or try to like make sure that she could have a career still. I think he was trying to fuck her at the time, or did fuck her at the time. I don't know what white nationalist Destiny hasn't fucked. But he was laundering her image. And all the while, his community would push back against this kind of stuff, and he would just ban them. People would be like, dude, what are you talking about? Nick Fuentes is a Nazi. He would defend the principle. He would say, Nick Fuentes is not a Nazi. Over and over again. So now for him to stand around and act as though this was not something that he was doing for years and years is really rich. Really, really rich. It is objectively untrue. Of course his son became a Groyper in the aftermath of all of this. He was left unrestrained and unrestricted in his fucking Discord server that is filled to the brim with a lot of these people that he had collaborated with. People that actually didn't even change their ideology all that much. People that he thought he was converting away from right-wing neo-Nazi sentiment while simultaneously arguing about how white people should be able to say the N-word and numerous other things. He's saying this because he officially nuked any chance of rebuilding your bridge. What do you mean rebuilding this bridge? It's been fucking 6 years of relentless one-sided cyber stalking, chatters. The only reason why I ever even recognize his existence is because he decided to fucking be the mouthpiece for Israel. Ironically enough, that's the person who is another one of his orbiters that Ryan Beard is responding to. I don't know. They're talking about SPD and KPD. They're saying that the SPD and KPD weren't infighting. The KPD wanted liberal democracy to fall just as much as the Nazis did, blah, blah, blah. He's just saying that the communists were wrong, relitigating the communists and how wrong they were for actively taking the fight to the Nazis. Incredible stuff. So your perspective that it was good for the SPD to put more focus on the fighting with the KPD than the Nazis. All right, I disagree. I prefer communism over Nazism. Yeah, Hassan should have told his audience to vote for Kamala. That doesn't mean I'm going to focus more on how bad he is than I focus on Trump. When did I say that? If you're focusing the U.S., of course your main target should be Trump and MAGA. I'm arguing that if you want left unity, the ones who didn't try to keep fascists out should be pandering to the ones who did, not the other way around. I didn't say who should be pandering to who. I said that it was dumb for Destiny to hope that Trump takes Hassan out. I'm not asking Destiny to pander to Hassan. I'm asking for him not to promote authoritarians coming for Assam because that's not going to help liberals whatsoever. I agree that it won't help, but your original point is reading like both groups have an equal onus to change. Most liberals already focus on Trump and getting people to vote, whereas more far left alt media spend the last 2 years trashing the only party that could beat him. Once again, none of this actually factors my commentary into this. Out of all of these parties that are having this back and forth, this conversation, I'm the only motherfucker that went to the DNC. Perhaps there's a reason for why I was invited to the DNC. Okay? I'm the only one who actually went to the politicians and communicated the anger and frustration that the people were feeling. I tried to get them to change their messaging. I did my very best to make sure that they did not align in ideology with the right wing. But obviously, I'm only one person and nobody gave a shit about my commentary in this regard. I kept calling it out over and over again. I said, this is going to most likely be a dangerous gamble and cause Kamala Harris to lose. And lo and behold, she did lose. So all of these people that were wrong professionally, I cannot understand how they have they have no sense of shame whatsoever that they were professionally wrong and they still think it was actually somehow my fault. It is completely ridiculous. While they were busy covering drama, actively looking for any fucking angle of attack against someone like myself, instead of actually covering the election cycle to their audience, because the only thing that their dumb fuck audiences care about is not the actual news, but instead the drama associated with their favorite newscaster that they despise. I was actually fucking doing the work. I was covering the news. I was talking about the dangers of Trump. I was talking about the dangers of right-wing ideology. What the fuck were you guys doing? Defending Israel. And in moments where you're not defending Israel, like the IDF sniping children, I guess covering the petty drama associated with me, like how some fucking Destiny stalker approached me at the DNC or whatever the fuck. That's it. That's the difference. The reason why I don't hyper focus on these fucking losers on the edges here, the slop tubers, because I feel like the moment requires a little bit of fucking restraint. Rokana telling you were right when you were ringing the alarm bells of the DNC.
I feel like I was ringing the alarm bells.
You were right.
And
you were ringing it on Gaza.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it feels like it came true, and now we are staring down the barrel of unlimited control in a very scary way. The erosion of due process, the erosion of the First Amendment.
Yeah, I know he said you were right. Rokan is one of the people that I talked to before the election and warned, and one of the people I talked to after the election. Every single thing that I said was going to happen is taking place. But because these guys are so egomaniacal, so narcissistic, that instead of just like quietly changing their positions and refusing to consistently try to reheat drama, they think they can just get away with yelling about me to an increasingly smaller audience that doesn't want to fucking hear it. They don't get it. They don't fucking get it. Like, their own audiences are probably at this point being like, dude, give up on this, please. Like, what the fuck? Like, lock in. The Trump shit is way more significant. What are you doing? You are deeply unserious. And that's precisely what Ryan Beard is doing. I don't think he's a big fan of mine. I think he has also been very critical of me and time again. But he's one of those people that's just like trying to explain to these people, like, please focus on Ryan Beard. I did not know that. I forgot that their preferred pronouns are they, them. Okay. Regardless, like, they're doing that. They're like, hey, man, lock in a little bit. There's like, don't you think that there's a more imminent threat here? And these fucking dipshits are still doing this. I mean, even Ryan's last note here is, I agree that leftists are the main ones that need to focus more on Trump. But I also think that a lot of liberals have been spending way too much time attacking leftists. I think the priorities of both groups have been skewed. I don't fucking do that. I don't do that at all. Okay? I don't do that at all. The reason why I don't do that at all is because that's ridiculous. Of course, I have never stopped focusing on Donald Trump, and I never will stop focusing on Donald Trump. He is the gravest threat. But for people like Destiny, they use it as an opportunity to present it as though people like Destiny, they present it as an opportunity to fucking what do you call it? To shit on the left, to shit on people like myself. Where was the original fucking tweet? I can't find it now. Someone linked it to me originally. How the fuck do we start off with this? I forgot to read the OG tweet. Leftists are the ones who are taking it to the fucking streets, and they never stopped. Whether it be resisting against the genocide under the Biden administration or under the Trump administration, or whether it be the continued resistance against the Trump administration for ICE and numerous other for numerous other reasons. It's just so strange that these guys try to fucking present this false narrative. Oh, this was the original off of the Destiny tweet. Hassan will never be a target of the current administration. I already have been, dumbass. Said, bro's a fucking joke and embarrassment to the fact that anyone listens to sex offender pedophile is crazy to me. Fuck off forever. This man platformed Fuentes and was upset that Fuentes was grateful to him. He said he'd vote for Trump over Hassan. He did. He spent the last month before all of this stuff happened with Charlie Kirk. What was the main thing that these dipshits were arguing about? How Destiny thought Trump was someone he would vote for instead of someone like myself. There were so many different debates. How productive. And that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough for these fucking delusional losers to be like, hey, I don't think we're serious or sincere about the ever-present fucking danger that is imminent. You only do that if you just want to fucking debate. And you only do that if you are worried about how to present this person that you have decided is your primary villain. I think he literally said he'd choose Hitler over me. Sex Pastiny's co-host and best friend has spent the best part of the 2 years desperately trying to deplatform Hassan. He also fucked Lauren Southern. His son's a Nazi. Sex Pastiny has more heat for Hassan than any of these individuals mentioned above. He's a vote blue no matter who. No moral compass or ideas, just vote Dem. Isn't it funny that Hassan was at the DNC and Sex Pastiny was nowhere to be found? I wonder if it eats away at him that he's a lol cow. What publications that interview Sex Pastiny or serious politicians that have appeared on Sex Pastiny's show? That's it. It's just so fucking frustrating. I don't know why he's trying to engage in this like very insincere reputation laundering when I think most people in his fan base are completely aware of what he's been up to for the past couple of years. It's just like, I guess the difference between like someone you can get a restraining order for engaging in cyber stalking and someone who can't do that is if they have a fucking platform that's big enough, you know? Yeah. Like if people can't comprehend in this moment especially that this guy is primarily invested in entertaining his own personal vengeance quest over anything else. If people can't understand that when like Fascism is imminent. It's happening around us right now. And this dumb fuck is still being like, oh, Hassan is the reason. Hassan sucks. While simultaneously presenting someone like myself as a bigger threat to America than fucking the Donald Trump administration or even Adolf Hitler, then yeah, I don't know if you'll ever figure out that this person is a deeply insincere person, you know? It's just so crazy. These these segments isn't productive either. It's the same rehashing, brother. Hassan was just talking about how Trump is the main focus. I agree with that. That's why the same rehashing of some dumb ass like D isn't the priority. Imagine saying one disagreement, leave. Hassan is talking about needing to unite. I will never unite with Destiny. The best thing he can do is basically stop attacking me and privately live out the rest of his days in shame. Do you understand? Are you fucking insane? Yeah, let me unite with Corporal, General, Brigadier, Admiral, whatever fucking I mean, he's old enough now. He is now the Rear Admiral General of the IDF. Fantastic, sir. Thank you. I'm tweeting, sorry. I'm saying Zionism is a mental illness. Holy shit. Shame on everyone. This dude who volunteered to join the Nazi army was some kind of hero. Being captured in military uniform. This dude. Some fucking dude. Wait, what? I want to add a note of clarity here. This individual is doing advanced security for a known guest planning to attend the memorial service tomorrow. We do not believe this person was attempting anything nefarious. However, the advance was not done in proper coordination with the TPUSA security team or U.S. Secret Service. Also important to note that this was before the site had been fully sealed and locked down. Every precaution is being taken to ensure everyone's safe. Oh! Fucking called it! Friendly fire, friendly fire. We got a real hog in the loose. Everybody calm down. Sir, you have tactically ascertained a person who is a security style individual, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'll have you know the proper ordinance was brought on to the scene with correct knowledge of the Turning Point USA style organization. This is a hog style individual that you have tactically ascertained. You have done an improper ocular pat down, sir. Oh, fucking awesome. Fucking awesome, dude. Calling the kinetic operators. Just make sure that there's proper deconfliction taking place ahead of time, sir.
To support the IDF Wednesday night. Alexander says serving in the IDF was one of the greatest honors of his life. And as he honors the fallen, says he won't stop pushing until all hostages are returned.
I will once again put on the IDF uniform, and I will proudly serve alongside my brothers. My story does not end with service.
Look, I can't say what I think, okay? I can't say what I think. So I'm not going to say it. But I'm thinking it, you know what I mean? You're a freak, brother. You're a freak. Listen. You're a freak. You're a freak. You're so hopped up on Nazi fumes. Okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Twitch is on edge. Don't say anything. No, I know. I know. I know. If you laugh, you go to Guantanamo. And no, of course, you can't join any foreign military. Everybody, calm down. Just the Israeli one.
British.
That's the only one you can join and then still retain your citizenship and do whatever the fuck you want. Do war crimes, come back to America, celebrate the war crimes that you engaged in. Like Daniel Robb of Naperville, Illinois. You know, openly talking about how he sniped Palestinian children and then was like, why do they care so much about recovering the dead body of their brother? You know, shit like that. There's virtually almost literally no difference between the language here and the language of language of ISIS videos utilizing foreign fighters, threatening death against countless enemies and promising immense religious victories. Yep. I mean, the reality is, like, if you're a dual citizen, I'm pretty sure you can go and fucking join the military. You have U.S. citizens joining the Ukraine army, though? No, that's a foreign brigade, number one. And number two, obviously, you can do that for some aligned nations. Yeah, try that shit. Try that shit with a non-NATO nation. Yeah, see if you can join the Russian military as an American citizen, okay? And then maintain your American citizenship. Some countries obviously don't allow that to happen. And Brace Belden doesn't, it's not the same. That was not an official standing military in the same way that it is like with joining fucking the IDF. Yeah. I suspect they wouldn't let me join the Palestinian National Army, Lamau. Yeah. That statement in and of itself is going to put you in fucking... That statement is going to get you in trouble. Palantir, this is simply in jest. Palantir, this is a joke. Are you really going to get arrested? I don't know where this shit's coming from. Maybe. But the irony is, like, if the government is entertaining people like myself getting arrested, you're all fucked. A lot of people that like fantasize about that prospect don't understand what that means for them. They're too stupid to recognize that, like, it's over at that point, you know? It's so fucking over. You're saying that like you're the voice of the people? No, not even. I'm not even talking about like I represent a majority position, even though on the issue of Israel I do, for sure. But what you fail to consider is not only do I represent like the majority discontent in many meaningful ways, but also a government that apprehends political dissidents over their speech, their protected speech, that means, especially someone as high profile as myself, they're not going to give a fuck about you, dude. Are you kidding me? You make one fucking joke that they don't like, you're going to jail. Like, you don't have to agree with me at all. You could be a hater of mine and you could still get cooked, is my point.
Survival, it continues with service. Ada nitzachon.
Amazing. Physically, he looks healthy, Alicia. Mentally, he seems even more involved and more committed to serve with the IDF.
That's crazy. CBS News, New York. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, he means more mentally committed to the IDF. Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? That's a different country. That's a whole ass different country that the majority of the public recognizes doing a genocide. Oh my God, bro. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, he was speaking at an event that was called FIDF. Fuck IDF was the event. No, just kidding. I don't know what it was.
Did he say when he plans to return?
Yes, Christine. He says he will return to Israel sometime in the next month. He plans on putting that IDF uniform on and joining his brothers and sisters on the front lines. But this is not a message that is welcomed by many because of all the casualties in Gaza.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see what the comments are saying. Only one comment so far. 852. Odin is the All-Father, embraces wisdom and live a fulfilled life. Okay. What is this thing? Bro's a fucking joke and an embarrassment. The fact that anyone listens to this sex offender pedophile is crazy to me. Fuck off forever. Hassan will never be a target of the current administration because Hassan and other tankies like him, majority report people, Brianna Joy, the Vanguard, TYT, etc., have no desire to actually pursue real political power. They just make commentary on the left that is majority designed to attack the other Democrats. People like Hassan play an important role in the current power structure to keep the left weak and divided. You are telling me not to disregard Hassan, while at the same time Hassan is saying I have aligned with fascists who I constantly and always been at odds with. Sam Hyde, Fuentes, Trump. Stop falling for this bait is so stupid. Wait, what? Dog. Okay, we got to roll the clips here, right? Give me the clips of him sitting there and platforming Sam Hyde. As Sam Hyde talks about how he wants to kill me.
Is there somebody that you like really want to do something with if you had the opportunity to?
Yeah, I have to fight Hassan Piker. You know who that is?
That's my arch nemesis.
By the way, at this point, he was real sweet of him to say that's my arch nemesis. I never talked about him at that point. This is before he decided to be pro-Israel. Okay?
No idea.
Okay.
I created Hassan.
Well, you created him. I have to kill him.
Well, if you're trying to fundraise for that, I would absolutely help you. He's been training.
I've seen his training videos. It was illuminating to watch him kick the pad with such ferocity.
Well, you have to sound scared, okay? You don't want to.
So we raised $2.5 million that Hassan could have donated to a charity of his choice if he won a fight with me.
Oh, damn. And he turned it down.
He ignored it, yeah.
I think if he lost to you, I think he would kill himself. I think he would commit suicide.
It's a huge risk. It would be the end of his...
By the way, both of these dudes, I didn't know any fucking thing about this dipshit at all at the time. Everything I've learned about this freakish monster has been against my will, okay? And not only that, but also they just literally designed this entire universe in their minds of this, like, Hassan is so terrified of me, I'm gonna fucking kill him and all this shit. Okay. Meanwhile, now they're the ones crying. They're like, oh, I can't believe the violent rhetoric coming from the left. Remember, pedophile, neo-Nazi. Destiny knew he was a neo-Nazi. Probably didn't know he was a pedophile. Not that it fucking matters the Destiny either way. But just make no mistake.
Existence. I would try to give him irreparable brain damage and I'd keep punching him until I got pulled off by the referee. I would try to hurt him as bad as possible.
Why do you hate Hassan so much?
It's just with him, it's like he was sitting in his car, like pouting basically, and he took his soda and held it out the window, and he went like this, and like slowly poured it out, which was very weird.
Okay.
His use of steroids, his bodybuilding activity, what that is it's an implicit, it's part of an implicit statement that my ideas are correct because I can physically overpower you, right? Like he's the left-wing alpha male, and that's the way it should be. The weak should fear the strong. They should obey people who are stronger than them. However, if he's not willing to back it up with his fists in a fight with me, then it's completely useless. All that effort that he puts into developing.
The dude in the white hat is a fucking loser who ruined his shot at any kind of fucking fame because he loved Nazis so much. Also found out later that he's a pedophile on top of that, but he briefly had a run. He had a brief run with Adult Swim, and he lost it because he just kept fucking being a Nazi. Also, ugly as sin, as you have seen. Once again, another master race guy that just, looks like that. Solve up. Okay, program. I'll let him. Do it. Birazdan I'll let him. And probably the worst version I've ever seen of a dude who has abused a significant amount of steroids and still looks like absolute fucking dog shit. Okay? Absolute dog shit. Also, here's Destiny talking about Nick Fuentes and how Nick Fuentes should be worshiping him because at a time when no one wanted to touch him because it was an irrelevant little Nazi loser, Destiny gave him a lifeline for his career.
His treatment of me is so bad. I don't understand. That's something he'll have to learn to grow. Not to sound like not to be too self-aggrandizing, but like Fuentes should be worshiping me because I am literally I was the only lifeline that he had to like being able to breach like mainstream political conversations. Like I represented a huge potential opportunity to him, and he just was so bad faith in the way that he treats me. It's unbelievable. I don't know why the fuck you would do that. Like he should have been so conciliatory towards me, and I'm not looking for that. I'm not asking him to be my bitch or anything, but for him to be like relentlessly bad faith against me all this time, like bro, who the fuck are you? Like I can put you on a stream in front of 14,000 people. Like I'm giving you your phone number to like Adam 22 so you can go to a show. Why the fuck would you like burn my shit so hard? Like you're so stupid. But again, like all of that risk is non-existent. I know that there are some people now who are thinking that like, oh no, like Fuentes is going to get huge off the no jumper shit. No, he's not. He has no social media presence anywhere. Like he's been destroyed. Like he's not growing. It's not going to happen.
Here's them being friendly on stream.
You're hanging out with children.
Well, they're hotter.
Base. Let's fucking go.
Destiny, children are hotter than adults. Nick Fuentes, base. Let's fucking go. That's why we love Destiny. That's why we love this guy.
That's why we love him. That's why we love him.
Eating PB&J at his fucking house.
Good wife. So I got
some highlights from their debate. They also went later for chicken and waffles and ice cream. Remind that Nick Fuentes is a neo-Nazi that was previously called for Jews to be executed.
peanut butter sandwiches.
Whoa! Is it for him?
For both.
Let's go! Thanks,
Isn't that what a
Mom.
wife is for?
What?
Isn't that what a wife is for?
That is absolutely. See, you got it made, bro.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Good job.
Let's go. You got
Mel,
it made. Hell.
Hold on. Mel.
Dabbing a fucking neo-Nazi up.
What?
Let's go.
Why do we
Wow,
get peanut butter
thanks.
sandwiches when you have Nutella in the cabinet?
Oh.
It's healthy. You want to? Okay, really?
No, that's okay.
He's
You're gonna
laying
be
down the
really? You're
No,
gonna
it's
tell
okay.
me to make another?
What's crazy about this is like, I don't know why he thinks he can get away with lying like this. Like all of this shit, even his audience is aware of it. You know what I mean? Like his audience saw it and celebrated it at the time. What is this about? Ryan Beard saying, I didn't say who should be pandering to who. I said that it was dumb for Destiny to hope that Trump takes Hassan out. I'm not asking Destiny to pander to Hassan. I'm asking him to not promote authoritarians coming for Hassan because that's not going to help liberals whatsoever. To which he, once again, comes up with this. Hassan will never be a target of the current administration. Literally been detained by Customs and Border Patrol. Okay. And then packages it up by saying, like, I actually have no interest in, like, doing real politics, simply just shitting on the Democrats. Again, interest